Incidents involving vehicles and equipment operating in reverse are one of the principal causes of equipment or vehicle damage and have the potential for even causing a fatality if personnel are in close proximity while backing operations are being conducted. It is important to understand that just because you don't see anything in your mirrors does not mean backing hazards do not exist. Every vehicle or piece of equipment has blind spots, areas hidden from view of the mirrors or reversing cameras. That is why Virginia passed the Reverse Signal Operation Safety Requirements.
The law states that when operating any vehicle with an obstructed view to the rear, the requirements of this section apply. The phrase obstructed view to the rear means anything that interferes with the overall view of the operator of the vehicle to the rear of the vehicle at ground level and includes, but is not limited to, such obstacles as any physical part of the vehicle itself, for example, tailgates, booms, tanks, or any structural member of the vehicle, its load, its height relative to the ground viewing, restricted visibility due to weather conditions, or work being done after dark without proper lighting.
This applies to all general industry and construction industry vehicles, machinery, or equipment capable of operating reverse and with an obstructed view to the rear, whether intended for operation in off-road work zones or over-the-road transportation. This means it's not just our dump trucks and lowboys this applies to. It applies to every Shirley vehicle or piece of equipment equipped with the reverse signal alarm. It also means this applies whether you are operating on pavement or in an unimproved job site.
What are the requirements of this law? No employer shall operate any covered vehicle in reverse unless the vehicle has a reverse signal alarm audible above the surrounding noise level, and the vehicle is operated in reverse only when a designated observer or ground guide signals that it's safe to do so. If the reverse signal alarm is not operable and immediate correction is not feasible, vehicles or equipment equipped with a reverse signal alarm that is not operational or is not functioning properly shall either be operated in reverse only when a designated observer or ground guide signals that it's safe to do so, or it shall be removed from service until the reverse signal alarm is repaired. The provisions of this law permit vehicles with operable video or similar technological capability used by the driver and capable of providing the driver with a full view behind the vehicle are exempt from the requirements of this section. However, Shirley Contracting goes a step further. Our company policy is that even if you have a rear-facing camera, if someone is available who can perform as a spotter, they should always be utilized. This is the single most positive step you can take to ensure no backing incidents occur.
As just stated, use of a ground guide is the single most effective step in preventing injuries and damages when reversing. While an employee is functioning as a designated observer or ground guide during reverse signaling activities, the employee shall be provided with and wear a safety vest or jacket with retroreflective material in orange, yellow, white, silver, strong yellow, green, or a fluorescent version of these colors, and shall be visible at a minimum distance of 1,000 feet. The ground guide shall be watchful for any potential struck-by hazards, to include ground objects such as bollards, electrical transformers, material, or other pieces of equipment, aerial hazards such as power lines or low-hanging structural elements, and especially personnel who may be in the path of the reversing vehicle or equipment. Do not cross behind in close proximity to equipment while it is operating in reverse. Always maintain visual contact with the driver of the vehicle or equipment while it is operating in reverse. When using a designated observer or ground guide, no driver of a vehicle or equipment shall operate in reverse unless they maintain constant visual contact with the designated observer. If visual contact is lost, the driver shall immediately stop the vehicle until visual contact is regained and a positive indication is received from the ground guide to restart reverse operations. Maintain a safe working distance from the covered vehicle. Not engage in any activities other than those related to the vehicle being signaled. Do not use personal cell phones, earbuds, or similar items that could pose a distraction for the designated ground guide.
Prior to permitting an employee to engage in any covered activity under this chapter, the supervisor shall ensure that each driver of a vehicle and each designated ground guide are trained in the safe backing procedures and that both the operator and the ground guide understand the proper hand signals for use in reverse operations. Standardized hand signals shall be used and both the vehicle driver and the ground guide shall ensure they are clear to the meaning of the signals. The following hand signals shall be used: back straight up, back to the left, back to the right, and stop. Remember, all backing incidents are preventable. By applying these fundamentals of safe reverse signal operations, you can ensure that no injuries occur and equipment is not damaged. Please do your part to keep us successful and safe.